And here we are, fans and viewers, with another Croatian craft beer. Today's craft beer is an Imperial Flat White Coffee Porter, and it says it is deep riched with... Do I restart that? It's a deep riched with cocoa, nib, vanilla, pod, and fresh cold brew Cognito coffee at 8.4%. You think I'm joking? It is 8.4%. You can see that there. Maybe not. The camera's not going to be picking it up. There it is, 8.4% ABV. This is from Croatia. Looking forward to this now. The reason why I went for this craft beer because it's a flat white. Yes, we get loads of coffee porters, but can we get a legit flat white? I think I've had a flat white like once in my life. Wasn't keen on it, but still, we went with it. I'm talking about coffee, not a beer. The malts are Maris Otter, Black Chocolate, Cara, Crystal, Dark Crystal, Golden Naked Oats, and the hops are Columbus. The yeast is AY4, and the junctions, i.e. additives, are cocoa nibs, coffee, vanilla pods. This is a 440ml. The IBUs, as you can see, there are 30, which is nice and low. And you can get 10 cents back should you refund this can. But that only relates to the Canadians and the Croatians and possibly the Americans, but still, here we go. Cannot wait for this. Pours quite nicely. Looks a little bit on the thin side, but probably very, very smooth. Hissing like an absolute... I'll leave you to work that one out. I'm going to lift you up. Here we go. Nice thin head there, that's sandy colour, completely black. There we go, look at that, sandy colour. Small compact bubbles, the odd big bubble there. And there's a can in more detail. And just for those that are wondering, there's my sign, Ruku's Bar. Changes colour whenever you want. It will be whatever you want it to be. Courtesy of a good friend of mine called Dana. So thank you, Dana, for sending me the sign and creating the sign for me. The head has now gone flat. Not impressed with that at all. But as we've learnt from previously, that could just mean it's a really good beer. So let's crack on with the aromas. Very strong coffee. It does smell like a white coffee. I'm not sure about a flat white, but it smells like a white coffee. A white coffee with extra cocoa beans and a roastedness to it. There's also a slight perfuminess, but then goes back into the coffee. A very strong hint of chocolate. I'm not sure whether that's the dark or the light. I'm going to put it out there and say like liqueur, chocolate liqueur. Let's crack on with the taste. Smooth as fuck. There's a strong alcohol and coffee here at the same time. I'm kind of trying to differentiate what's what. It's like a slug to the chest. Beautiful subtle tones on the aftertaste of a nice mild coffee. It goes into a white coffee, but if you're going to have a Americano, it's got a nice Americano taste to it. It then changes and goes into a nice mellow coffee. So you get like an Americano, and then it goes into like almost like a milk chocolate coffee. So for those that know, or maybe you don't know, but if you have a whiskey and a milk chocolate, it basically tastes like a liqueur. And that kind of what that goes into. It goes into that sort of coffee, white chocolate liqueur taste, but not sickly. It's very, very subtle. Very, very well professionally made as well. I must add that. It is very, very well made. I'm enjoying this. There's a nice milkiness as well. I've got lactose coming in. The coffee subsides. Mate, absolute dream. The smoothness to this is unreal. I do get the vanilla, but you have to make it work. There's a nice roasted bitterness towards the end there. The tongue is alive with roasted bitterness. Yeah, I like it. It's good. It is good. It's not quite KBS good, but it is on par. Very much on par. The smoothness and the flavours. No, fuck it. Do you know what? I'm going to score this a 10 out of 10. I was going to score it a 9.5, but do you know what? Now looking at it and thinking about it, I'm going to give it a 10. Pop up, sign for good beer. Very good beer indeed. Very good. Smooth, rich, complex. You get the richness, you get the vanilla. You know, you do get the white coffee. The coffee bitterness at the end. Oh, it's just so good. And the flavour now, still developing. It's a very weak coffee, but it will do in my eyes. I'm not going to settle for no less. It is good. Out of the 3 beers that I've had from the Garden Brewery Company, 2 out of 3 have been good. One's been pretty poor. So they're averaging about a 5% right now, 5 out of 10. I tell you what, look for this company. They've got big things coming. So there you go. That's my view. The Garden Brewery Company Imperial Flat White Coffee Porter. Absolutely fantastic. Great beer, great flavour, 8.4%. Go and get yourself some. Much love. Goodbye. Don't forget, tune next time. Small beer reviews.